Hey, first graders! I'm glad that I've had the chance to sit down and make a video for you over what we started. Just thinking about the last two classes. And when we're getting used to each other on the computer too, like it's so hard. It's like, why aren't we doing anything? But what are we gonna do it with? And I couldn't send you home any art supplies, but I'm really proud of the things that you went out and searched for. You really found some great stuff. I saw some giant dirt-to-durs, and I love that you went into your cabinets and found cracker boxes and snack boxes, cereal boxes, all that stuff. Anything would work. I love the idea of brown paper bags. I think that's fantastic. I feel very attached to the color brown for this project, and I think it's just because we can still add color to that after, and we'll talk about that after, because I know the stuff we can do, I bet you can also find in your house. So anyway, I'm going to try to keep this short and sweet for you, but I'm going to want you to watch this with me on Monday. So I'm going to show you this video for our class, and then I'm going to hope that it's going to keep you jump starting forward like many of you did today. Some of you in our class today had that, aha, I know what I want to make. And then some of you are still kind of like, this feels hard. And that's an okay feeling to have. And I'm here to help you. In the classroom, I would go right over to your workspace. But when we're stuck in here, hello, I think that it's better to just give you a little more time to be able to hit pause, go get what you need or what I ask you to have, press play, press pause, go get a snack. Like, you can just relax about it, and you don't have to worry about others asking questions that might make you feel that I'm not hearing you, and I really want to hear all of you. And remember, we're learning this together, and it's gonna be fine. We're doing great already. I had a lot of fun with you guys today, kind of seeing that. I call it a light bulb. Bing! Like you get this light bulb moment. Also, if any of you that have missed class and couldn't come for whatever reason, here it is. You can catch right up with what we're doing. So there's three parts to this, and I'm not sure that I'm doing a good job connecting the three parts for you. Almost like a sandwich. Like there's a piece of bread, and then there's the meat in the middle, or the cheese, and then there's another piece of bread on top. So those three things have to go together, and then if you're going to eat it, it has to taste good. We're not going to eat the cat at night or any of our cardboard, but we still want it to look good and feel good. Those three parts come together to make it like oh, now I get it. So let's work on that moment now. Let's try to have that moment right now. Okay, so on day one of when we started this, we first talked about what's going to happen to your clay when I fire it for you while you're home. And then we started looking at the artist Doll of Ipcar and the books that she wrote, and this one in particular, about this cat whose adventures are heading out at nighttime, where we can't see where she is because cats have night vision and we don't. So you guys did a great job recognizing that, these cats are on a rooftop at night. You can see the chimneys. You did a great job seeing the shapes in, there was that hen house. That was a really fun one. And even this one here we looked at, where you can see foxtails, and I think maybe a squirrel, maybe a skunk, I don't know. But there are smaller animals with fluffy tails. I'd say fox, tall trees with, I think, either a nest or maybe an owl in there. Antlers on these deer so that they can eat up in these trees. So at night we have no details, but you can still figure out from the shape what is in the landscape. A landscape is something that has the near and far in it, like we talked about today. It has a horizon line, and it has stuff above that and stuff below that. So let me show you what my aha moment was today and how I'm going to go about building that. I dropped my pen, but that's okay. I just picked it up. So I thought it might be helpful for you to see inside my brain, and I'm going to take that and put it on the paper. My favorite place to be, besides school and painting and with my family and all that, is at the beach. And I'm thinking about Grover surfing, so that's kind of already an easy place to go for me, because when Grover got near, when he was surfing to us near, he got bigger, and so did the water. The waves were bigger. And then as he got further away, the waves started to get a little smaller, and he got a little smaller. And then he got further away. So I'm just trying to get the sense in my sketch that as the ocean goes back in space, where it gets further and further and further away. In fact, it's going to get so far away, you probably won't even see the details of a lot of the waves. But down here would be that biggest area. I already feel like from this drawing, it's light, but I feel like I've given it that horizon space. I'm going to just, then I'm thinking, like, what would be fun to have in this? What would I want? I would want maybe I'd want a little beach house here where I could listen to the waves and my boogie board could lay up against. And maybe there's a big round window here that's going to let in all that beautiful sun and the smell of the ocean. So maybe I'll put that in with these shapes. So the waves for me are like swoopy triangles, just like the mountains in the picture we looked at today were really pointy triangles and they got further away. But then I'm thinking now about shape, like the shapes we needed to recognize in this book, the shapes we need to recognize your landscape or the place you're building. Here. So I'm going to make an oval for a boogie board or a surfboard. I'm going to make like a square or a rectangle I'm going to make like a house. Rectangle roof. I'm going to have some grass back here, I think, or sand. What am I thinking? Grass. But maybe like that seagrass. That's always kind of fun. So that could be back there. And maybe this is all it is. It's just this. My cardboard is going to have a design on it. Pretty simple. I'm folding it into a square just because I know my cardboard is a square that I'm going to build it on. So it's very simple. It's very simple. But I'm going to be making it out of cardboard. That might not be so simple. I loved the one that we had that didn't make a lot of sense with near and far, but it had that awesome triangle-shaped sun. It was like giant triangles coming off of that half circle. And then I remember some of us noticed birds and clouds that were small and far away. So I just kind of like the idea of just something as simple as this, but in building it with cardboard. So here we go. Maybe that's my first layer of waves. Then I'm going to find another piece of cardboard or brown paper, or really any paper. I just love the idea of finding things from our recycling bin before we throw it away. I'm going to go ahead here. I'll show you what I'm tracing out. I'm going to cut out my beach house. It looked like from here what I want to fit is basically a rectangle, but I'm going to cover it with a little roof after. So let's see how it goes. And again, if your cardboard's not too thick, you can rip it too. I've never done a project like this before with you guys, and I'm excited about it. And this does not have to match. This is my idea. It was my idea, and then I put it here. So now I have a map I have a map of how I want to build it now. Like I can look at my plan, okay? I need waves that go from big and then I need them to get smaller. I need a beach house. I'm going to cut a window out of it, or maybe I'll put a circle on here and overlap it. I need to put a rooftop on here. I have a scrap of cardboard. I have this scrap of cardboard. Maybe I'll put it on there. Cutting that. I can always rip it too. And so I can just start to assemble a little bit of a beach house. Start putting in like my waves. Okay, I'm going to have my waves like keep going back, getting smaller and smaller. I'm probably going to just put a flat piece of cardboard here for sand. We could talk about what else we could add. I'm going to cut out triangles for the sun. And all of it's going to be built on, oh, I have this maybe this would make a good surfboard. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it. Dirt-ditters are not always easy to cut. Some of you guys had some like pretty heavy-duty dirt-ditters. So you might need a grown-up to help you, or it might help if you like step on it and kind of flatten it out and soften it up a little bit before you try to cut out of it. I think if you have glue or tape around your house, that would be fantastic. But look at it, it's kind of like a 3D surfboard I cut it right out of that dirt-ditter. See how it's got a curve to it? So, I mean, I don't know how I'm going to get that on my cardboard, but you know what? I'm not worried about that part yet. I want my puzzle pieces all created first, and then I'm going to start putting them together. We're going to make this work, and I have a fun way for us to add these little pops of color. It works great on brown or cardboard. So, I hope this helps you. I'm going to show you one more set of waves before I let you go, because I'm looking at how big these ones are and knowing I want my next group of waves to be a little smaller because I want to have the near and far. I am going to make like a little wave over here, a little one over here, a little one over here. And I'm just using this as like a tracer, but I'm not going to cut out those waves. I'm only going to cut out those little ones in between. Well, let me show you what that looks like real quick before I let you go. I am going to post this video for you on our stream, and when we come to art at 10:45 on Monday, we're going to start class watching this. And those of you that are like ready to go, you'll keep going. And those of you that might need that aha moment, I think this will help. Those of you that miss class, this will really help too. Okay, so like that's a really odd piece of leftover, isn't it? Look at this big, like, looks like a dragon now. But then I'm going to put over my bigger waves, you know? And I can cut this piece off and use it for something else. So it's definitely like a thinking challenge, but that's what artists do. We have to think. We have to problem solve. If everything came easy to us, there'd be no more artists because everybody would think that all the art has already been thought about and already been done. And that is never going to be true. We need you to think. We need you to plan. And we need you to struggle through the challenges so that you can come up with your own new inventions. So I trimmed that up a little bit. And as I layer my waves, I'm going to get a lot more sense of near. My next one will be even smaller. So I'm going to get that big to small, near to far. And then I'm going to also have this beautiful story about maybe a place inside my head that I wish that I could go to whenever I wanted to. I'll keep my surfboard. I'm going to keep my beach house over here. I'm going to keep adding to it. But what I would do at the end of class, when we run out of time, is gather up the things that I didn't have time to use yet. Well, I still have some few more waves too. I put them somewhere all together. like kind of like a toolbox. And then I know that I'm ready for the next day. Okay, so we're gonna all get to different places at different times. But I think this is just going to help you realize what we're making. We're just going to be mapping it out, building it with all these cool recycled materials right from your house. And you can tell a story with it. Thinking about shape and then thinking about that near and far. All right. Plus, we're adding some building in there too. So if you do have glue, like, yay, life is going to be a little easier. But even if we work flat, if this was always flat, you don't even need glue. You can arrange things and you can take a picture of it. You could still do this. But glue or tape or anything, that would be fun to have, but you don't have to. So, all right, I am proud of you. This is new for all of us. I think we're rocking it. All right. Have a good weekend. Well, you'll see this on Monday. So, yeah. I hope by now I'll say, I hope you had a good weekend. Happy Monday. And I will see you in class. All right. Thank you for working so hard. Keep those imaginations cooking. All right. If you find any more cardboard, grab it. All right. Bye, artists.